Hello, everybody! Amara of the Audios here, finally coming out of her well to shame the world, I guess. I don't know. I had a whole thing going here, but it kind of got lost. Anyhow, welcome to my Q&A. I meant to get this out months ago, when I actually hit 1K. But then it became about making the video as special as it could be, because this was my big moment, and I tried to reach a level of perfection that I really couldn't, which led to it taking a long time, and I wanted it to be the best thing in the world, but I couldn't do it, and I got sad and wasted a bunch of time. So now you just get this. It's like a podcast or a normal audio, so you know, true to form. God, I really should have written a script for this. So, yeah. I have a tendency of taking on a lot of work. I'll talk about it more in the video. Anyhow, if I recall, I promised you guys a Q and an A, so let's hear them. First and foremost, the question I got asked the most: where do you get your inspiration? 3 places, generally speaking. I follow trends. After all, things are usually popular for a reason. I base it off a specific character I like the Joker or Bakugo. Or I stare off into space for a certain length of time and mesh adjectives and nouns together. That's how you get the meaning yandere, a very controversial sort of character, as well as the yandere actress, a character I consider a mainstay. Experiment, you know? You never know till you try. Though if you're curious about these methods, there's pros and cons to both of them. All 3 of them, I mean. Like, if you follow trends, you can feel really creatively uninspired if you're like the 99th person to do a doctor. Yeah. You all have weird medical kinks, y'all. Like, I gotta point it out. Like, I got them too, but like, why? Okay. If you do a popular character and do it wrong, then it isn't like the Joker, it's Scary Clown Man. Or, when you stare off into the distance, you can get anything. You can be like, okay, yandere movie star, yandere kangaroo. Stare off into the distance long enough and then you'll forget what you're thinking about. And then you'll be wondering how much sand there is on the beach. There's gotta be so much of it. Do you think anybody's ever counted it all? That would take a very long time. So yeah, experiment! Try new things! You'll never know till you try. Inspiration! I'm sorry! I really should have written a script for this, goddammit. At Yamam on Twitter asked, do any of your characters in particular have names? Good question. I know that a lot of the one-offs like the Yandere Mermaid Cultist got names like Coral, but the mainstays are probably the one that you care about because, you know, they're around more. Mainstays are the characters that have a playlist dedicated to them. There's Himiko, the yandere girlfriend, Dr. Alana, the yandere doctor. I didn't want her to be a nurse because, you know. Mallory or Mal is the demeaning yandere. The evil queen is Mirabelle. And the actress is Juliet. Because, you know. The tsundere tutor and the cryberry yandere don't really seem to have names at the moment. Though if you have any ideas, I'm certainly open to them. In addition, because this video took months to come out, so we gotta do some updates here. Okay, I guess I was just kind of looking through my list, and the yandere CEO doesn't really have a name, so I guess that's really the only one. If you guys are interested in naming them or have any good ideas, then I'd love to hear them. And if they're good, then I'll use them, you know? I think that would be nice. At tpollard01 asked, most of your ASMR videos are pretty short, so I was wondering if you plan to make any longer content? Fun fact about my work ethic, I have at least 6 projects going on at all times. This whole YouTube channel was just created because I wanted to battle seasonal depression and be like, okay, if I do this, my mind will be elsewhere, so I won't flunk my exams. So that's how this whole thing started, in case you're wondering about my origin story. But I also have the attention span of a toddler, the fact that this has been going on for so long, even if it's barely a year, is also incredibly impressive for me. So, with this in mind, making 2 5-minute videos versus 1 10-minute video seems to be a more efficient use of my time. It allows me to make more content, and it also allows me to keep going. And it allows me to upload more frequently. I think I said that. It also helps give myself little achievements, because, as we all know, Rome wasn't built in a day, but trying to build Rome 6 times over doesn't get completed any faster than it would normally, so to just be able to get a temple built instead of a coliseum, especially with everything going on, is satisfactory. That was a weird metaphor. I don't think it really carried, but you get it. It reflects my workload until I can prioritize different things, and we're all kind of stuck with it. Personally, I kind of like it, but that might just be my mind saying, okay, you can watch an hour-long drama, or you can watch 2 half-hour television shows. That's twice the content in half the time. What is it going to be? Which is how I began watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Good show. Can't wait for season 14, you know? Yeah, productivity, incredibly important to me, for no reason. I don't understand either. Easton and Emery asked, top 3 favorite characters I voiced. Easton and Emery, seriously, if you guys don't know them, but you know me, what are you doing? What are you doing? They're great. They're great. I love them. Emmy's such a sweetheart. They're great. As for the question, the mainstays are obvious faves, but I love doing the Yandere Secret Agent. My accent was terrible, and even I'm not certain what it was outside of Eastern European maybe, but it was so much fun. That's probably why the video is so long compared to a lot of others. Demeaning Yandere and the various crime-themed audios are also my favorites. A lot of these audios are sort of in this lovey-dovey space, and while I dedicate a lot of time to thinking about fictional characters who should kiss, it's fun to step out of that romance space and twist it into something else. However, I am also a sucker for tenderness and would like my hand to be held. So, lovey-dovey audios aren't always such a big deal for me, but that's our little secret. Top 3 favorite characters I've drawn: Himiko, Juliet, and the Tsundere tutor. As weirdly petty and materialistic this may sound, I wanted these characters to have an instant recognizability because I wanted to make merch of them, like keychains and stuff, and I thought it would be cute. But maybe that's more of a 5K goal if any of you are interested. Personally, I'd love to have a Himiko plushie to snuggle up with at night until I could get an actual stalker, but that's a dream for another day, I'm afraid. That was a joke. Please don't stalk me. I'm very boring, and, yeah, very boring. And what challenges have you encountered on this VA journey, and how have you, or how will you overcome them? Ooh, heavy. Fun fact, I hate listening to my own voice. I registered myself as having a much deeper tone, so hearing my weird squeaky voice stumble and stutter and slur over words makes editing such a pain. I don't think my voice is particularly melodious or nice to listen to, but I also don't think my actual face is that appealing to look at, and I take a certain level of comfort in not having to look at myself, or hear myself, as other people will hear or see me. I did all this on a whim, as I've mentioned, considering, seasonal depression, but, I kind of expected the comments to confirm what I already thought was true, that I was annoying and crazy and spastic and weird, but it never came. No crit, no disparagement, no hate. I got 50 subs on my first night. Nowadays, editing is less of an anxiety attack and more of a, oh, it's you again whenever I look in the mirror, which, is actually an improvement, so, yeah. This is kind of healing, I guess. I don't know, is this self-hate or not? We're not gonna talk about that. Yeah. Don't worry, guys, the self-hate is less now. I got validated by strangers. Woo! At champ4381523 asks, ever gonna open a Discord or anything like it? Good question. Don't know. Would you guys want me to? Let me know. Muhammad Nur Al-Hafiz asks, what drawing software do you use? Fire Alpaca. Good for drawing and onion skin animation, and is a great alternative to Photoshop and Clips Video Paint. Plus it has a relatively simple interface, and it makes it easier to figure out for first-time digital artists, and less visual clutter. I highly recommend it. The Jin asks, do you have any pets? Yes! I have 2 English cream golden retrievers. They're named Bucky and Cassie. They're 3 years old and adorable, and I love them, but I really wish they'd stop trying to eat glass. That was a traumatizing day. Here's pictures! I love them so much, y'all. Champion asks, what has been your favorite video so far, and why? You want me to pick between my babies? How could I even think of doing such a thing? It's alright, I'm joshing you. Yandere Taxidermist. I did it because for like 2 days I got into vulture culture, the online sensation of preserving and finding dead animals. However, the one time I almost found a good specimen, I got incredibly uneasy about its manner of death and its wide open eyes that I kind of just left it be, and then got confronted about it by a bunch of people who saw me looking at a dead goose because they thought I was a witch. True story. I have appeal, I guess. I don't know. I also have a picture from that experience, but why would you want to see that when you could look at my dog in a rainstorm? Yeah, Yandere Taxidermist, not a popular video, but it was fun talking about something I found interesting in researching it, even if half the research didn't end up in the video. I wish I got to do it more often, but it's not like anybody's asking for an ASMR essay about the romantic entanglements of Eve Polastri and Villanelle, or my thoughts on Jekyll and Hyde, as both a novel and a musical. Unless anybody's interested. If that's the case, please let me talk about my obsessions. I'm not allowed to. I got banned. No obsessions. Last question. Champion also asks, what do you think of yanderes? Heavily romanticized, a little appealing, and a lot more common than you think. I mean, think about it. Any rom-com where the love interest rebuffs the main character or asserts disinterest and the main character continues, yandere. We just view it as romantic to, like, stand outside your lover's house because we're on the main character's side. That love interest is experiencing a horror movie, and we view them as unreasonable because we're on the outside looking in. However, there is a comfort in having someone who loves you no matter what. I mean, I brought up a little bit of baggage in this video, but trust me, when it comes to baggage, I have carry-on. I haven't really dated before, never been interested, never been asked. That is, unless it's a joke. Oof. I just kind of don't know who could deal with me, just being myself as is. Like, even this video was a little bit performed, so that way my weird asides are cute and quirky and maybe a little bit charming, but God, I don't think anybody could deal with me. I don't know who could deal with me, so having someone no matter what would be nice. And that got sad. Oof, my bad. Don't worry, this is just kind of how I talk without a script. Just cartoons, movies, comics, trauma, and then we bounce back to cartoons! I'd love to talk about cartoons, y'all. Okay, so I guess this is it. That was all the questions I got. Yeah, that was all I got. It was really nice of you guys to send and ask anyhow, because I love talking to you guys. And I also like talking about myself. And it was just fun to have, like, a fun, chill video where I was just able to talk and be myself. Even if it was a little bit staged. And again, I cannot thank you all enough for sticking with me despite everything. Despite me. Maybe even because of me. It makes me really happy. And I don't have any plans of stopping anytime soon. Seriously, I love you all so much. Thank you for sticking with me. Videos are on Tuesdays and Fridays, except that they aren't. Goodbye!